Hello, Twitch. Welcome in. How are we today? Time to start the show. So, it's Wednesday. So, ingredient challenge night tonight. So, we got our Gochujang here and ready. Actually, I can just hide that right there right now. Doing a little coffee action to get started like usual. But after we get our coffee here, we'll start in. Gonna be doing tacos tonight, but lettuce wrap tacos. Not gonna be making tortillas tonight. And gonna be doing roasted cauliflower. I'm torn on if I really want to do this today. It was a hot day today. It's been warm. But I'm planning on doing roasted cauliflower, which I'm going to start by just roasting the cauliflower for roughly an hour. I've got 2 small heads of cauliflower, and so they're not going to go, I mean, typically you do an hour to 2 hours, but I think we're going to do about an hour on it, and then I'm going to baste both of them with a combination of gochujang and soy sauce, which is going to caramelize and give us all sorts of lovely flavors, and we'll have to do a couple of those on that, and so we'll continue to roast it. I don't know, maybe we'll do it 30 minutes since they're small ones. As well as going to be doing some milk chocolate pudding, since we got milk chocolate around. Well, oops. Or maybe we'll do cocoa. I have chocolate, but it's not milk chocolate. But we're doing pudding tonight with gochujang. So that's one thing. Roast cauliflower, tacos, and popcorn. I'm not going to make the popcorn. I'm going to buy the popcorn, just normal organic popcorn, because I don't have a good option here. My microwave is on the fritz, actually, at this point. And I don't know if it's my microwave. I suspect it's my microwave. Or my electrical system in this house. But that breaker does not like that microwave anymore. It used to be okay with it. It used to be a happy medium. They're no longer happy. Welcome in, Zen. I'm sentimental to the microwave. I've had the microwave for so long. They don't make them as strong as that one. At least I don't see them out there. This is a 1,250 watt microwave, which most of them you see out there 800 to 1,000 these days. I bought that microwave in late 2004 or early 2005. Or wait, it may have been even earlier than that. Let's just say 2004. Cold brew is something I haven't done in a minute either. That's something I should do. I've even got a proper setup for it out in the trailer with nice cold brew filters and system where it's designed to sit in this little plastic bucket for 24 hours before you even filter it. Alright, we got enough here in our cup, so I don't need the scale here anymore. Takeda, I'm not familiar with. I just have my Hario. I don't know if I should leave this song in this playlist. This is a little too circus clownish to me. Japanese seem to like their coffee. I mean, Hario's a Japanese brand too, and they have I didn't really think about that too much. That's sort of interesting that they're coffee drinkers. I don't know how many drink tea, how many drink coffee. It just might be that Japan likes to invent things, and so they may have just invented a bunch of coffee tech regardless of if they drink it or not. Well, there's that, and there's the, them trying to differentiate themselves from China. And China is just all tea. I mean, they're the last decade or two, they've been opening up the coffee. Thank you, Starbucks. But, yeah. Not so much anymore. Over the long term, they've drinking tea. Nothing but. Ooh. That's not good. At least I got this. A little softer than that, but yeah, it's seen. It's seen the end of its days as half and half, which may mean I don't have enough dairy for tonight's pudding. I'm at least gonna have to have the recipe now, which I don't need a full recipe of gochujang. Anyways, but cheers, everyone. Hopefully you're having a great start to your week. Okay, first of our projects tonight. Yeah, it was due to be done. I was hopeful that it was. I didn't touch it at all yesterday, so it must have gone yesterday and in all of today. But the plan was I had a whole bunch of half and half in the house. I was going to use the half and half up here to make this pudding. So let's pull up this pudding recipe here. See, yeah, this is definitely gonna have to cut this in half here. Sugar, cornstarch, oh, we're starting to get tomatoes here. Decent ones. They're starting to show up at the markets very lightly. We'll see what I can find here on Saturday when I go and put my final payment down for my quarter steer, which I'll probably be getting here. This is Wednesday, so week and a half from now, like just before I go and leave town. Get a 200 pounds of beef, or a little less than that. Is it 3 or 4? It's 4. And then we're doing half of that, so it's 2. Battle already. Nice, I didn't really get much of anything going in my raised bed this year. I had all sorts of stuff planned last year. Very little of it turned out. Okay. So we got sugar, we got cocoa powder, we've got cornstarch, we got salt. Vanilla. That's a nice combo. Let's do our battle here. Battle. Nice. Victory. Head Mama Bear helping us out with those kills. Red Nut helping out with the assists. Thank you, thank you. Head Mama Bear and Flarks, 83, getting the scrolls. Congrats. Stay down here towards the bottom path. Get that chest battle after this one. See how we do here in 30 minutes. So it's now come time to open the Gochujang. Since it's the first time we're opening it, we gotta open it. Sort of like the design of these. This is not the first of these we've gotten with the some sort of breathable or plastic membrane here and the desiccant in there. I'm just going to toss this whole thing though. And for anyone unfamiliar with what we're dealing with here, this is a chili paste that's also got fermented rice and soybean pureed in with it. It's very savory, but also slightly funky, but not too out there that's gonna turn anyone off. Spicy, obviously, and they vary in spice depending on which one you go with. I have bought this one. This is the second time I bought the Rollin brand, which is, I don't know if it's connected to the larger Rollin brand, but it's what caught me in the first place. And it is, I would not say it's extremely hot. If you're looking for that extreme hot, this has got a nice balance. It's got flavor, it's got heat, but it's not gonna kill you. A bit softer than I remember it. It must have dried out in my refrigerator. So I'm gonna add a healthy spoonful of that. Maybe halfway there with our cocoa. So quite a bit in there. Well, hopefully you've got some prolific basil then. I find basil just sort of doesn't like to flourish too much for me. It's generally you plant it, it lives, and then it dies. I wish I could find a variety of spinach that just didn't want to die, because that would be awesome then. Being able to just go out and let's add some basil to the salad. Okay. What are we missing here still? We got our butter and our milk still to go here. Yeah. We'll start heating that up with a whisk. I think I can survive till Friday on that. Yeah, it's I feel sort of sorry for my neighbors over here that have had this great asparagus patch growing in their yard, and they very much do not know how to maintain it. If you know asparagus, it's a very different plant from many others. It grows across the surface of the soil, its root system, and it comes back every year, year after year, and actually it will grow better for you and more along the lines that you're expecting out of the supermarket if you harvest it regularly when it pops up. As soon as it pops up, because if you let it go up and sprout, it's not going to really proliferate that way because it grows across the top of the soil. It just pops up as it keeps growing, and so it doesn't really make sense to allow it to propagate through seed. But you see them in the front of their yard, and it's they get to be at the end of summer. They're falling over, but they're this tall with sprouts going off and berries and. Okay, heat back on low here. I would consider going and taking it if it wasn't for the fact that it is a gated yard, which is sort of... Nope. There are few sandwiches that I consider at the same level as a proper French baguette with cultured butter that's cold and fresh prosciutto. Well, fresh sliced prosciutto. You could add some shaved asparagus on there too, but I think the sandwich as it is it's the simplicity. Being able to taste that nuttiness out of the prosciutto with everything else. Just beautiful sandwich. Super simple. Yep. So you're Stan, right? Just check. So while this is heating up here, slowly, and get started with some of our... Is that coming from the cocoa? Those like black flakes, like burnt flakes looking? Confused by that. You see those? That must be the cocoa just not being... Okay, yeah, let's juice some limes. Welcome in, Entropy. I was always more partial to the error between keyboard and forgetting part of that. But error exists, but yes, problem occurs between keyboard and... Welcome, J Random. We're working with Gochujang as an ingredient tonight. It's starting off with doing some basic sauce stuff. I'm using this for both the chicken marinade and for with our popcorn tonight. What am I pouring these in tonight? I think we're going with ramekins again. Let's do the clear glass bowls. Carrots and gochujang. That is not one that I think that I've matched before. And I'm not going to worry about a little skin on these, but there's our fancy one that I'll take a photo of. There's our leftovers. But if you do want to prevent a skin, you can, by all means, coat those with plastic wrap. Put the plastic wrap directly against the top of the pudding, and then basically throw out the top of the pudding. I'm okay with a little thickness. Don't clip that. Welcome, Red Nut. Okay, for our... let's start with the popcorn. Just get it done and out of the way. We'll do gochujang, lime juice, soy, and onion powder, salt, pepper, and MSG. Hopefully everyone's having a lovely... I put white pepper in there. Why am I putting black pepper in there? Because with gochujang and soy sauce, I needed... and MSG in there. I needed salt too. That was really necessary in there. Let me see what I'm missing in this recipe. Probably honey. Honey! It's not that bad of a rule if you're trying to go for restaurant style food, at least in flavor and level. They oversalt everything. If you look at me, I'm not exactly scarce with salt here either. I mean, I more forget it than don't put it in things. Okay, so this is going to be our popcorn glaze for later on. I might do a little bit of that up for the photo. Main plan is to have the popcorn tomorrow, to be honest. So this is something you're going to want to dress the popcorn with. Just toss it and eat it, because the moisture in that is going to absolutely kill the popcorn over time. It's probably going to be fine for, sit there and munch on it in front of the movie, but it's not something where you're going to be able to mix it with the popcorn and throw it back in a bag or something. Yeah, in recipes it gets rather dull and boring. Just in general, 0.05% by weight of your product should be flavor-wise. Not necessarily health-wise, flavor-wise. And so now chicken. Chicken. Absolutely, because but also that's the other thing that a lot of people don't realize when it comes to cooking at home or cooking in general, and it comes to salt. A lot of the times you're using salt when it comes to proteins and stuff like that. You always want to put salt on your proteins because they help denature those proteins. It helps make that meat tenderer. And so not only will that salt be great flavor on those steaks, but because you're putting it on there and leaving it in the fridge, it's going to break down those proteins, which is why it partially draws out so much moisture. So, yeah. And then it's in the refrigerator open air, and so it's going to dry that moisture back out, which is good. So we're breaking these down basically the same way I did the other. That wasn't very cleanly done, but the other day. But we're going to basically break these down into like tenderloins that I can use in the tacos. Thinking like maybe 2 strips of chicken to a taco sort of a thing here. Two, 3, 4 tacos. Well, actually, the lettuce wrap ones, maybe we'll do individual pieces of chicken with the lettuce wrap ones. It's pretty good plan with any protein, basically. I mean, I'm sort of lazy when it comes to meats. And, I mean, in most cases, the best chicken that you're going to have is the chicken that you opened up out of the package the night before and left in the fridge overnight. Give my hands a good wash up here. Make sure we're salmonella free. Now I'm going to use up the rest of the slime juice for our marinade. And it's going to be actually pretty similar to that. We're not going to do the honey, but just about everything else is going to be in there, plus some extra spices in here. So, and much like the salt, the soy sauce helps break down the chicken too here. Just going through the spoons tonight. Onion, a little heavier that time. Garlic this time. Nice, Zen. I'll take a look here in a bit. And why not a little fish sauce? So there's our chicken marinating. Set that off to the side here. Grab myself another sip of coffee. Okay. So our popcorn's basically done. We just gotta mix that with our popcorn. Our chicken's marinating. We've got... Yeah, let's do our pickled veggies now. We need some carrots. Wish I had some radishes. I don't have any radishes right now. Just gonna do a small little batch of pickles here. Just sweet onion and carrot pickles here. And yes, actually sweet onions, because I did buy them, just in case. Actual Vidalias. Truthfully, Zen, that's why I'm into streaming here in the first place is recording my adventures without having to record my adventures. Anytime it comes to note taking or archiving, I have to push myself to be even remotely interested. I am very envious of friends who have like dictionaries of recipes and stuff that they've just picked up over the years. I mean, I've got a fair amount of that too, but some other people are so much more organized than I am. I think I'm only going to do half of this onion here. I don't need a gazillion pickles. Yep. And I've also got recipes that are like that too, that I've no clue what I changed, but I actually recorded them and still can't. I think it might have been just the wine and not knowing what wine it was. But I've been toying with making it sort of like Asian / Zinfandel barbecued rib sauce. Asian in that I'm using Szechuan peppercorns. So you're getting all of that spice and heat with a whole bunch of different chilies, and then using that wine as the background for what would normally be, like ketchup or something like that. And using that as a braising barbecue liquid rather than it's not going to be thick because the wine's going to be much thinner. But you could starch thicken it. And I haven't been able to replicate those results that I got that first time. Oh, I love this method of julienning. This is a Chinese style, as I've been taught, a Chinese style of julienning, where large flat cuts, and then you just stack them and go through them. And if you notice, looks like that julienne that you get from any Chinese restaurant here in the United States. A little smaller, but yeah, and I want it to be similar to the onion. Got a couple of thick ones in there. I think I'm going to pull that one out. I wasn't going absolutely as thin as I could go. Just sort of doing it efficiently. Did I get another measuring cup dirty already? Nope. Okay. Do I have it here, or is it in my... Is it here, or is it in the trailer? I think it's in the trailer. Yep, it's in the trailer. I have a giant pencil shaver, or for carrots. I mean, it's exactly the same. It's just big. The classical sliced blade in it. It's awesome for making ribbons. So that was 2/3 a cup of white vinegar, 2/3 a cup of water, and 1/3 of a cup of apple cider vinegar. I'm going to grab some bay leaves over here in the corner. Throw those in there. little coriander seed. Hey, Gail. Welcome back. Do some black mustard seed or brown mustard seed, depending on who you're talking to. I don't know, those look pretty black to me, but I at one time wrote them as brown. And yellow mustard seed. Because I still have this jar. My last crushed red pepper. Yay, another bottle that I can get out of this overpacked drawer. And I do want to add a little bit of sugar to this mixture too. Hey, Gaya, we're doing everything with Gochujang tonight. We started off with, this is going to be our sauce for drizzling over popcorn up here on the cutting board. Currently working on pickling some veg. This is going to go with our tacos, our lettuce leaf tacos. Chicken. We have marinating. I'll let you guess what the red's from. And then lastly, we have our chocolate pudding already in the fridge, already getting a nice skin to it, which I'm not going to mind. I didn't put any plastic on it, but it's chilling down here. This is our little more ugly one. The other one's got a nicer top to it, but I think that's going to turn out pretty good too. And this has also got gochujang in it. Yeah. This one's looking a little bit pudding-like. Sugar, salt, pepper, MSG. Salt, MSG, and heat. What am I going to put you into? Hang out. Let's use these. This will retain heat nicely. Wishing I had a little pepper of some sort, whether sweet or spicy. Both would go great with these. Thank you, Gaia. We got here our Vidalia onions and some locally grown organic carrots. Actually, I don't know if they're organic or not, but they're locally grown. We'll wait for this vinegar to come up to a boil here. I'm debating if I want to do the cauliflower tonight. It's just so hot here today. I say that as I'm drinking coffee, but I've found hot coffee to be not a bad thing at a hot time. I mean, it helps you sweat a little bit, but it does not make me more hot. Today it was 90 degrees today. 92, 93? Somewhere in there. It was toasty. And I went out to the supermarket for the lettuce for the tacos. I bought a backup of cornstarch and coffee. And I just came home and I was just like drenched. Sat down on the couch with my recliner with the fan just blowing directly at me for like an hour before I came and cleaned up the kitchen to get the stream going. Only 80. That's nice. Thank you, Guy. That may be what I end up doing here. At the very least, I'm pushing this to the very limit here of how long I want to wait on this. Because I'm realizing we probably have a battle waiting for us. Yes, we do. I've been procrastinating on it because of the heat. And I think we might skip that. I'm still going to do roasted cauliflower here sometime in the near future. Hey, Lexi. Let's do our battle. Let's go to battle. Quick victory. Flark's getting those kills. Entropy helping out with the assists. Ooh, big wins here. Who's gonna get the 50 gold? Entropy and Red Nut. Congrats, guys. We're just staying down here, doing our chest battle. Okay, so we'll do that map in 30 minutes. We got our quick pickle liquid over here going. Let's go ahead and pour that over our veggies. Being careful not to inhale that too much, unless you like to cough. That'll certainly open up your sinuses if you're having a congestion day. And so there are those. Make sure we get some nice lettuce cups here. Tonight's going pretty smoothly. I mean, we're what? A little over an hour in here, and I'm like, okay, we're done. That could actually probably be like 2 tacos there. Same thing here. That one's a little too ripped up. Might be going into an ER and commenting how quiet it is. I mean, this one's almost 2 tacos too, but English is just poorly written. It's tough for everyone. Even people that have lived with it their entire lives. Hey, Suki! How goes your week? Okay, we'll call that good. Need the rest of this for future salads. This is all still good. Lettuce for the most part. Just not for tacos. My day's been pretty good. It's been hot, but it's been good. Week not overly eventful. I mean, I think Sunday has been the highlight so far this week. Was the outdoor art fair or whatever that was. Like, I saw nothing on the internet about it at all. I just happened to cross it. It was just hopping. Yeah, Zen. So now we got our we got that container for our lettuce after we're done making tacos for tonight. I think we got more than enough of them we need here for our tacos. Do want to give that another 30 minutes to an hour, as well as this a little bit longer here. Do want to give these enough time to make sure that they fully infuse, get all those flavors. Yeah, and actually I was just yesterday just sitting down, just doing nothing at all, and realized that I was sitting there sweating. I'm like, yeah, I'm not doing another year of this. And so I went and bought myself, I haven't gotten it yet, but I'm going to get myself a window air conditioner for my little place here. Oh, central air is quite delightful, but I don't own the house, so I'm not going to have it installed. And this house would never... Well, maybe you could run it through the ceiling. Not really worth it, though. But, yeah. Especially since this house is very... The problem with this house is less that it gets hot, it's that it retains heat. And so, like, we'll get into the early evening, like, when I'm here streaming, and it's starting to cool down outside, the house is still hot. But I think I'm going to take a 10-minute AFK here and allow these to break down a little bit more in the acid. Both cases. Acid from the from the salt and from the lime and the vinegar in there. I will see you all here in a little less than 10 minutes.
Second launching.
Atlas moving into position.
Fuel her up.
All set.
Count down.
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Blast off! There she goes!
Yes, you can be in command of your own ideal countdown. It's a real electronic missile base. You sit at the controls and move missiles into place. You count down. You blast off. You track the flight. The ideal countdown comes complete with moon missile and lunar probe, as well as a giant Atlas. Get your electronic ideal countdown now, wherever good toys are sold.
It's a wonderful toy. It's ideal.
Schmidt's Blue Ribbon Bread gives you 7 ounces of non-fat milk solids in every loaf, the equal of 90 quarts a year if you serve it regularly. Every sandwich you make, every snack, gives you extra milk. For wonderful flavor combined with sound food values, serve Schmidt's Blue Ribbon Bread in the pantry pack.
A pleasure, Milton. In just a moment, we'll see how well Milton does at the Pentagon. But if you want to see busy hands at your house, just you offer this lively Christmas party dip that's so good to serve with king-size Fritos corn chips. Just follow the recipe right on the Fritos package. Of course, it calls for the famous Philadelphia brand cream cheese, an 8-ounce package, which we blended with 2 tablespoons of milk till it's nice and smooth, like so. Then come 2 tablespoons of Kraft cream-style horseradish for zesty flavor, a 1/4 teaspoon of Worcestershire sauce, and finally, a dash of salt. And we'll blend our Philly mixture again. And when party time comes, let the folks enjoy this wonderful Philly horseradish dip with crisp king-size Fritos. There are those busy hands. Just remember, you make the best-tasting dips with the freshest-tasting cream cheese you can buy. Philadelphia brand cream cheese, made only by Kraft.
Now, a new creation from Seal Test. Cottage cheese in ready-to-serve portions. Handy envelopes bring you brand new convenience and ease. Zip, it's open, quick and neat. Just the amount you need, the easy way to serve cottage cheese. The rest stays moist and creamy. Ready for next time.
Are they handy? Cottage cheese in ready-to-serve portions.
So easy to use, quick, and no bother at all.
The rest stays really fresh, moist, and creamy.
Yes, serving cottage cheese was never as easy as this. Seal Test's new square package with handy, ready-to-serve portions. Zip, it's open. Simple as can be. The rest stays moist and creamy fresh. You'll love Seal Test cottage cheese in new, ready-to-serve portions. Get some soon.
What? Keeping the coffee in the icebox?
Yes, Mr. Jones, it's a new kind of coffee, roasted by a new secret process. Hence, this new none such coffee has a different flavor, a flavor preserved by vacuum packing, the flavor retained by refrigeration after the jar has been opened. Just taste it. You can't miss that delicate aroma, that clean, mellow taste. Yes, in cooking, the way to a man's heart is most of all through the coffee pot. In every jar, you'll find 3 special pointers, valuable in all methods of making coffee. Try new none such coffee now. Use half the jar. If not 100% satisfied, get all your money back from your grocer without argument. Special for movie week, only 28 cents a pound, plus 3 cents refundable deposit on the jar.
Alexis Lachine wines are full of flavor. Alexis Lachine wines are dry. Alexis Lachine wines are mellow. Drink an Alexis Lachine wine with any kind of food. Or anytime you feel like relaxing with a drink. Alexis Lachine, fine French wines.
Folks, why do you eat Wheaties?
We like it.
But did you know it's always been whole wheat with all the bran, and bran is one of nature's best sources of food fiber.
That's news to us.
Wheaties breakfast this morning?
Sure, it helps me feel fit.
But do you know Wheaties has bran fiber your body may need?
That's news to me.
Why Wheaties?
Oh, we love the taste.
I have for years. But do you know for years you've been getting something extra for your diet? Bran fiber?
Well, that's news to me.
Wheaties. It's brand news.
When you have a Labatt's, you have an adventure. Canadian Light. That's Labatt's. It's a great new taste in beer. Enjoy import quality at USA prices. Have an adventure. Have a Labatt's.
Next week, George and Gracie will be brought to you by Carnation.
Hiya, happy boy. Wish you'd been with me today. We saw a great dog show, some beautiful dogs. There was the handsomest poodle, a real beauty, an international champion. His owner gave me some good advice.
There are many dog foods on the market, but the Carnation Company makes the best. It's called Friskies, and it's quality all the way through.
You should have seen the champion collie. He won everything in sight. The handler told me.
A very important part of this champion's diet is meat. That's why we feed him Friskies. The principal ingredient is lean red horse meat, the best you can buy.
So happy. You're getting real quality, and you're going to get your Friskies right now.
Friskies is prepared to the high standards of Carnation Company and guarantees prime-grade nourishment.
It's the newest, most exciting sound in town. It's a General Electric blender that's going around. Completely new from base to lid. Take it apart, see what they did. The non-skid base is the lowest you'll ever see.
The decanter has a 36-ounce blending capacity.
The non-spill lid is really smart. For blending convenience, it comes apart. Add additional ingredients, if you will. Look, no splash, see no spill. Put them all together and you know it's true. The General Electric blender is best for you. If you want to know another reason why,
it's only 10 1/2 inches high.
Stores easily on the counter or on a shelf. There's 1,000 things you can make yourself.
Make party spreads,
great cabbage heads, blend the meatloaf for a family of 8. Make ice-cold drinks you'll appreciate. Now's the time for you to buy the General Electric blender.
Did he say only 10 1/2 inches high?
If you've ever been to Venice, you remember the gondolas and the picturesque waterways. And you remember the food, too. Superb food, prepared with that very special Italian touch. The same special Italian touch that Chef Boyardee sauce with meat can give to your meals over here. Because the recipe for this tangy sauce has been brought over from Italy by this famous Italian chef. Chef Boyardee sauce with meat is made from juicy, sun-ripened tomatoes and tender quality beef, simmered in a spicy sauce that makes a rice and cheese loaf, a casserole, or a spaghetti dish a real Italian-style dish. So when you'd like to add that special Italian touch to your dinner, do it with Chef Boyardee sauce with meat. Try Chef Boyardee sauce with mushrooms, too. Both are prepared from the chef's own Italian recipe.
Hello there. Welcome back. I'm going to turn my pan on here to start warming up. So that we can grill our chicken. I just realized where I got that accent from. I'm imitating that one dude that Justin something. There's someone that replays his videos here on Twitch. But he did like Southern, like Creole cuisine. Chicken. Royally infuriates me that we have people just basically replaying TV shows here on Twitch and Food and Drink. They seem to be more on top of that. A lot of other categories. They just don't seem to care about Food and Drink. You know, hey, let's have a couple of channels of an Anthony Bourdain 24 hours a day. That's what I was going to do here. We have our Discord vote to set up for this next week. Where are you, Discord? Why are you not showing Discord? There we go. All right. So we need to set up next week's dinner vote for the 23rd. That's going to be between Munster cheese and chanterelles. And it's cheese. It's not Munster, but it'll work. Is that how it's spelled? Chanterelles are a wilder mushroom. Those aren't chanterelles, but it'll work for our vote here. Oops. So go ahead and click on the reaction for whichever of the two. either Munster cheese or chanterelle mushrooms for next Wednesday. And feel free to make suggestions here in I don't know if I have a Qdoba around me. I'm going to have to double check that, Chris. Go ahead and delete these since they've already made it to the next step here. And the ones with the most votes here next week make it into next week's vote. And again, just hit the reaction for any of these and all of these you'd like to see me try. Doesn't have to be your favorite. Just something that you're okay with me doing. Same thing for this one, too. So, already got a strong following here for chanterelles. Should be a interesting dessert dinner. How we looking on our battle here? Got another 6 minutes on our battle. 6 minutes to get units on the battlefield. Over there. Let's see, we getting warm over here yet? Yeah, we're getting a little heat over here. Not quite to grilling temp, though. Gonna go ahead and chop some chives here for our garnish. These are starting to look a little rough, though. Gonna have to sort of sort and pick here. That one's looking a little fur done. The rest of those are going bye-bye. They're not going to last. Not bad. Far from perfect. Cheers. Gonna have to turn this fan on here now. Oh, we do have the fan going. Turn that down a little bit. Because we got our battle here in less than a minute. Or about a minute. About a minute. Oops. Switch over to Stream Readers for a moment here. Turn on my timers that should have been on when I started the stream. Don't have the word scramble going. Don't have my menu being updated. Don't have people don't have all my messages in chat. I keep forgetting to do that. I used to have it all nicely set up where the bot just automatically turned all the timers on when the stream went on. Something messed that up a while back, and I haven't gone back and fixed it. The whole streaming setup here needs a little attention here in the next couple of days here. I hit the one screen die, so I'm going to buy myself some 1 or maybe 2 screens for this thing. As I said before, this is on its last legs too. And 1/3 of that screen is half pink. But I've also got the hard drive to put in there. I got a lot of projects here in the next, and I'm traveling. Making life difficult. Oh. Battle. To battle. Uh-oh. What's that thing? Uh-oh. Tough battle. I think we got it. Nothing but archers left. McMargo getting those kills and assists. Rednet walking away with the scrolls. Congrats. Ooh, I get some scrolls too. Buster scrolls. Don't really need those. Berserker scrolls. Did need those. Go ahead and start this next map here. Will be revealed over time, so I'm going to start in the center at the bottom. But also while we're here, let's check we don't have any upgrades. Nope, that's boring. No spell upgrades. Nope, that's boring. Quests. Give me quest stuff. No. 5 units to 20. Monk, no. No, no, yes. Think yes. And yes. And yes. Why not? Refresh. Is it which ones do we need? Berserker. Moyer. We're set on the rest there, so we'll let the rest of that hang out. We'll see how we do here in a little bit. Turn our music back on. I was like, why is that battle so quiet? Not realizing that I turned the music off for the AFK and didn't turn it back on. Let's see, sir. Are we ready to go here with our chicken? I think we're getting ready to go here with our chicken. We might end up finishing this battle off stream here, since all we're basically doing here left tonight is grilling off this chicken and then putting it with our wraps. So, I guess we got the popcorn still to do too, but just so it's easier to grab. Thank you. Alright, so grill's already nice and hot. We are going to have to worry a little bit about this getting too caramelized. So give this a good hit of olive oil. I would actually recommend butter over olive oil. Or mayo. Give myself some popcorn here while our chicken cooks. Yeah, it comes in handy. I try not to buy it, to be honest. I buy it every now and then. I always find myself reaching for it more than I should. It's always got an off flavor. It's never quite good. But I still buy it because it's convenient. It's so much nicer for, you know, when you want that just like perfect thin layer oil. Yeah, I need to give those a little bit longer on that side. We can strain some of our quick pickles out here, though. Make them easier to grab later on here. Probably the last turn on those chicken. Let's make our popcorn here. So this is our pre-made gochujang, lime, soy, and seasoned liquid here for our popcorn. And we're just going to drizzle a little bit of that over the top. No, just should have done this in a larger bowl. Cutting the heat off on the chicken, just letting that carry over cook now. Going a little heavier now because I'm going to have to recoat the bowl here. There we go. And then we're going to add a whole bunch of these in there. Okay. Okay. That lime is really strong. That lime is really potent into that, and then you get the gochujang after, really. Oh, it's not that expensive here either. It's like I was saying, the flavor on it is just not that high quality. Okay, you need to get this chicken off of the flat top here. Yeah. Chicken. So there's our gochujang lime popcorn, which it is most certainly gochujang and lime. First the lime and then the gochujang. Completely off over there. Turn the fan off too. Nice guy. Oh, I forgot something. Let's quick make it. Oopsies. Actually putting the gochujang back in the fridge now. That wasn't supposed to happen. Looks like you just pumped it on. Doesn't look like it's broken. Thankfully. There we go. What else was I throwing in there? I think that's just it. I think that's it. Ah. Too thin. Too small hole. Tacos. Yeah, I don't know about that one. This one's a little bit busy. I have a tendency to do that with my squirt bottle dishes, as I refer to them. Give you all a close-up on our lettuce leaf tacos. We got our Gochujang popcorn. And lastly, we have our pudding. Skin and all. You can see it's got a little bit of a skin there now. A little bit of a skin there now. But you can see it's a little shinier around the edges than it is on the top. That's just dehydration. Awesome. Close up on the pudding. Be awesome little chantilly cream. So let's see who we can. Let's see how we're doing on our battle here. How long are we on our battle? 5 minutes on our battle. I think we can hang out here for a couple of minutes and do our last battle here. I'm going to have myself a lettuce leaf taco. Take a quick look here and see who's online to give a raid to here shortly. We got our, should have all sorts of gochujang in here. We got the gochujang mayo with the marinade on the chicken. I have not tried it yet, Zen. That's a winner. Oh, wow. That's something I gotta do too. Thank you, son. What they absolutely need, though, is a squeeze of fresh lime. Nice, Suki. Definitely need a bit of fresh lime on these. Cilantro would be tasty too. I want this popcorn though before it gets... No worries, guy. Cilantro would be okay. But I needed the acid here. The acid, I got a little bite of the acid, I think actually off of my fingers with that first one. It just pulled everything together. Thai basil would give you the same sort of like refreshing as the lime, but it's not going to give you the acid. And the acid is what's going to cut through the other flavors. Oh, I've fallen in love with this since finding this last year. I put this in all sorts of stuff. Awesome, Gaia. In the place of cilantro, yeah, in both cases, you're adding a refreshing herb, which would go well in there. It would probably push it a little bit more like Thai flavored than Korean, but in both cases, they would be nice and fresh. And looking at seeing who is streaming tonight. Zen. That's the way a lot of things are. Like, my mind sort of opened up to it as a kid with instruments. But where learning the cornet as a kid, you learn that it's sometimes easier to do things a million times a minute or a million miles a second. But at the same time, it's better if you slow it down. Sort of like with dishes, you have things like moles and incredibly complex sauces with, 1,000 ingredients sort of a thing. And then they just end up being sort of like muddied. And it's a much better thing to have just done something smaller and simpler. Okay, off to battle. Off to battle. Zen. It is in the rules. You're not supposed to be here when you're hungry. I went and wiped my face and I've gotten gochujang in my eyes now. Thankfully it's not that potent of stuff, but it is making my eyes a little irritated right now. Suki getting those kills. McMargo helping out with the assist. Who's going to get the 50 gold? Red Nut. Congrats. And so we'll start off with the boss level here next Friday. Also going to be doing... What else we got coming up here with upcoming days here? What are we doing Friday? Friday we're doing puff pastry, wrapped sausages. And on Sunday we're going to be doing pickles night. So those should be fun nights coming up here. I do have that. I don't think I'm going to get it here by Saturday. It'd be awesome if I could. But I do have that quarter steer coming in here. It's probably going to be next Wednesday with next challenge. Could be next Friday. So if you want to see all that lovely new meat that we're getting into the house, I'm going to try and time it so I can pull it in here and have all the fresh meat before I put it in the freezer so I can show everything off to everyone that I get. let's see here. Who are we going to give a raid to tonight here? He gave us a raid a while back. Let's go show him some love. He's only been on for an hour and a half. Awesome. So we're gonna go hang out with Bitter Dan tonight, who does a little bit more fancy frou-frou. He does a lot of finer French dishes, that sort of stuff. Hope you guys enjoy his stream. I have not been able to catch his stream yet. He comes into here. He's raided me before, but I hope you enjoy his stream. Going in a little blind here, but I hope you all have a great night. I hope to see you back here on Friday. Bye-bye now.
The